Hi everyone, I'm Allison, and uh, here we are with Nermi, who is over there. I can't be bothered to get him. And on this episode, do all lives really matter? Let's get into it. Okay. Um, so this initially came up because I actually had this episode idea in the back of my head for a while. And what inspired this was uh, I got called. Uh, Somebody called me a a saying that like basically I valued Black lives more than other lives because I said the All Lives Matter movement is racist. Uh, and hold on, let me get my knee brace real quick. Sorry. Uh, I need a knee brace to walk. Or not to walk, just like so I'm not in pain while I'm walking, and I forgot to put it on this morning, and I'm going out in like an hour, so it's like should probably put it on soon. Um, but yeah, my friend was calling, or I guess not really friend anymore. He called me racist a bit ago because I was saying the All Lives Matter movement was racist because from his perspective, I was saying that Black lives mattered more than non-Black lives, and and that wasn't what I was saying because if you actually look at the protest, so we have the Black Lives Matter protest, which happened after um, George Floyd, and we're not really here to talk about George Floyd. Uh, But what we are here to talk about is the Black Lives, All Lives, and Blue Lives Matter movements. So, because George Floyd was, I don't really know all the stuff behind George Floyd. I think he was like killed, and and he like it was a police brutality incident. Just uh, he was a victim of police brutality because he was black, and that's it. And which is why we have the Black Lives Matter protests because black lives didn't matter. Uh, White lives mattered, but black lives didn't matter. So the protest was to show that black lives really do matter because black lives didn't matter, but all lives matter. So if somebody randomly said, on this day, 4/13/24, that all lives matter, whatever. But considering they said all lives matter during George Floyd, is what makes us racist because it was quite literally taking away from the Black Lives Matter stuff. Because, so Black lives, as we already said, didn't matter. And so because they did not matter, we had the protest. Sorry, I'm nosy. I like looking at people that walk outside my house. Just random boys, whatever. I've seen them before. Uh, but yeah, uh, because it happened right after the Black Lives Matter movement, is why I'm saying it's racist because it directly takes away from the Black Lives Matter and the message that hey, Black lives didn't matter before this. Black lives matter. Black people are still people, regardless of the color of their skin. And so, uh, because people are saying all lives matter, that's saying uh, that nothing is wrong. Everybody is being treated bad. Everybody is being treated equally as bad. And so we need to make sure everybody is not treated unfairly bad. But the thing is that so police brutality happens to everyone, but it targets minorities especially. So because of that, saying that everybody experiences police brutality the same just isn't true, because clearly minorities experience it a lot more and a lot worse than white people, which are the majority. And people often dismiss this by looking at prison statistics, and it's 50-50 white people and black people. But people don't look at the actual numbers of it all, because that's nice. 50-50, that means it's equal. 50, like, there's no discrimination of black to white. It's all equal. So, population. How many white people are in America? How many people are in prison in America? How many black people are in prison in America? And let's look at these numbers. Ooh, site can't be reached. Yeah, I'm actually not connected to the Wi-Fi right now on my computer, and I completely forgot that. So we'll have to look it up on my laptop. Unless it decides to be nice and connect me to the internet. Sorry, this computer's like really old, so like it sometimes just won't connect to the internet. It's really annoying. I wish I wouldn't do that, but oh, we gotta work with what we have. Um, Come on, man. It should just say I'm not connected to the internet. Like, no internet. Oh, hey, connected, secured. I'm connected now. Okay. So there are 219.5 million people that are white in America. And there are hold on. I looked it up wrong. How many black people are in America? So we have 41 point, we'll just say 0.5 million in black people. So if that's 50-50, we have 1.2 million people in prison right now. So the number changed. Oh, never mind. It didn't. Okay. So if that's a 50-50, that means that's 600,000 of those are white people and 600,000 of those are black people. There are 41.5 million black people. That's 6,000 of those. And there are 219 million white people and 6,000 of those. That hardly makes a dent in the white people population, but black people, that's a little more. Like, I think that's 1% of the black people population, and that's not even a percentage of the white people population. That 1%, that's just a rough guess on my behalf. And just rough math right now. So I'm going to round up the numbers, 200 million, 50 million. If we're rounding up, there's one black person for every 4 white people. Or every 3, whatever. 1 in 4. No, yeah. There's one black person for every 4 white people. So it should be a 1 in that same statistic should hold in the prison population if it's a fair justice, like fair, if everything is fair. But because it isn't fair, it's a 50-50 black white. And I know there are other races, but I heard this back in George Floyd, and all they cared about was white and black. So we're still gonna have to use those same numbers. Uh, so yeah, even still to this day, you could argue Black Lives don't matter. In my opinion, we've come a long way because from slavery to Jim Crow, we've came a long way. Um, and you can still find people that disrespect black people, like using the N word, hard R, soft R, whatever. Uh, or just people um, thinking that black people are less than white people. I actually have a teacher that thinks that way. Um, if you know me outside the podcast, you'd probably know who I'm talking about, but if you ask me in person, I can't confirm that because, yeah. Or I guess I could, but I was asked not to by the person that told me this. And also, this is, that whole thing is he said, she said sort of thing, so like, shouldn't even be spreading that, but that is all besides the point. Point is, you can still find people that dislike you for your skin tone in the modern day. So, black lives don't matter as much as white lives. And to me, that's fact. And something I like about America is this is a free country. So you can say whatever you want. And you're entitled to have your own opinion. But as Taylor just said, you're completely entitled to prove them wrong. Or whatever she said. I'm on the right track of what she said. Maybe not word for word, but yeah, exactly what she said. You have every right to prove them wrong. By all means, if you want to, try to prove me wrong. If you disagree with what I'm saying, that is. Um, but also, I don't know. I only know. So, I actually was going to do this video with a friend of mine that's also black, but um, she didn't want to because she didn't feel like she could because she didn't have any like racist experiences towards her or her family. And um, when we were talking about the episode, I was like, dang, that's lucky. Because everyone in my family has experienced racism. My mom, both my brothers, my sister, they've all experienced it. Like, and it doesn't help either uh, that I'm mixed. So it's like the racism we experience is different as well. Because the racism my siblings experienced, two of my siblings, because two of my siblings, so two of my siblings, you can tell they're mixed. The other one isn't mixed, but I'm mixed. And my other two siblings that you can tell they're mixed, they've experienced racism related to being mixed. Me and my oldest brother, that you wouldn't assume we're mixed, but if you heard that, or my oldest brother isn't mixed, but if you saw me, you wouldn't immediately assume I'm mixed, but if you heard that I was mixed, you'd be like, oh yeah, that's believable. So the racism I've experienced hasn't been because the fact I'm black and not because I'm mixed. Supposed to some of my other siblings, where it's been because they're mixed. And yeah. Sorry, I wanted to get a sip of my RC Cola. It's so good. Um, one of my friends, I did a thing on Instagram where it's like asking like for your like status or whatever, like April stats. And for my favorite drink, I put RC Cola. When my friend slid up and was like, dude, get out of 1950s. It's like 2024. That's so 1950. But like, it's so good. RC Cola. But also, back onto the racism train. Uh, so lately, I've heard terms like anti-black, and I like that because not everything that um, not everything you hear that is oh, what's the word, like not everything you hear that's like against or targeted towards black people is racist, but that doesn't mean it's not helpful or that it's a good thing to hear because which is why I like the phrase anti-black because and I've mostly heard this term in regards to like our hair, like people telling to black people to put their hair up because it's too big or just curly hair people in general. uh that's not racist, but that's anti-black. Like uh so yeah, but where I was gonna go with this is um the like the white image of curly hair and the black image of curly hair is so different. Like I live in an area that's like predominantly white, and most black people they tend to stick together, and I can see why. I can definitely see why. Um, but I'm not one of those that sticks with all the others. I have a bunch of friends, but and so like, uh, and most of those that do stick together aren't the kind I should be sticking together with because they're all mostly. I'm not saying. What I'm about to say is about to sound racist, but most of those people that stick together and only stick to the black community and hardly speak to anyone outside the black community for safety or for whatever reason, most of those people, in my opinion, are bad influences because uh, for any reason, uh, they normally do drugs, which I'm not saying like I'm not trying to like shame people for doing them. It's just that uh, I don't want the majority of my friends to be like that. I'm fine with my friends doing that. It's just that I don't want to be the sober friend when all my friends are drunk and high. I want I want all my friends to be sober. If one's drunk or high, whatever. I've been around drunk and high people. As long as you're not annoying, I don't care. But it's like I don't want to be that sober friend that's having to like after all of y'all. It's just like tiring. So, which is why I don't really stick with a lot of those people that only stick to the black community because it's tiring. But yeah, back to the hair stuff. I really got off point. Um, yeah, the white image of hair and the black image of hair is so different because uh, white people they love curly hair, they love curls, they try to snip out any frizz, they try to get perfect ringlets, all of this stuff. But that's not what curly hair has to be. It can be frizzy. My hair's frizzy. Uh, like I saw in the comment section that this person did heatless curls, and that person said, someone in the comments said, those aren't curls because they're frizzy. My hair's frizzy right now. My hair's still curly. Like right now, it's in the. I straightened it, but it reverted to like a blowout by like day 3. So like, I'm just gonna say a blowout. Uh, like my hair's gonna blow out, but it's still curly. Uh, and like I feel like uh, white people, they see curls as ringlets that go around in circles. Black people, now I'm gonna say I'm generalizing both, see curly hair uh, as art and as just this uh, yeah, as art. I feel like that describes it really well because curly hair can be so many things. It could be braids, cornrows, twist outs, all this stuff. Uh, and like I, so I weigh my hair down with gel, so it looks how most white people describe it as wavy. But I don't have wavy hair. I have curly hair, but it looks wavy, and that's a problem because uh, so uh, there's this like 1A, 1B, 4C, 4A sort of thing. I think it's called the hair chart, hair type, hair type chart. Let's see. Yeah, and what I don't like about it is that it was made by white people and from the perspective of white people and didn't really take a black perspective on what curly hair is. Because I feel like white people, they just see the. I feel like they just see the what it looks like and say your hair is 4A, your hair is 1C, your hair is 2C, whatever. Because my hair looks like it's 2C, but I know my hair. My hair is not 2C because 2C hair uh, doesn't look like the way my hair looks. Like, if you look up 2C, girls with 2C hair, their hair doesn't look like mine. Uh, and it'd be kind of hard to find somebody whose hair looks like mine when I have it down and curly and all that stuff, because I style my hair in a way that isn't like widespread or that isn't like mainstream. Because I don't like volleyball. I'm a length girly. I like a more sleek down and bust down look. That's me. And I feel like it's beautiful that I know what I like on me, and I do what I do and what I think looks nice. But if we're going off the hair type chart, I have 2C hair, which 2C hair, a blowout, should make your hair look straight. A blowout will just make my hair poofy. Now, I'm not saying if you have 2C hair that makes your hair poofy that, like, you don't have 2C hair. You know what you have. I'm not saying, uh, like, I'm not trying to change what you think of your hair type at all, but it's like, in my opinion, the difference between curly and wavy hair is if you brush it out, will it turn straight? If it turns straight after you brush it out, whether it be dry or wet, then in my opinion your hair is wavy. Like the difference between curly and wavy hair, in my opinion, is a difference of not texture but of behavior. Because my hair, if I brush it out, it just turns big, poofy. It'll look sort of like an afro almost. My hair's a little long, so it won't really. And I have like pretty long layers, so it won't look like an afro, but like, you know? Uh, but somebody with, in my opinion, wavy hair, if they brush their hair out, it'll turn straight. Like if you brush your hair wet and it looks straight in the shower, and then when it dries, it just looks sort of poofy, not like poofy, a little frizzy, but uh, if someone out the street saw you, they'd say you have straight hair. Like, because if I brushed my hair out, they would say I have curly hair. So, but what I'm saying is, if you brush your hair out, someone out the street would say you have straight hair after you brush your hair out, then in my opinion, your hair is curly. If like they won't say it's straight. I can't remember if I just contradicted myself or not, but if I did, you'll know what I mean. And I don't know why my stuffy nose has just gotten worse throughout this episode, and I have no clue why. I think it's just because I've been talking more and more, but I don't know why that would make it worse. I don't really have a stuffy nose. Now it's me drinking RC. Also, I feel like I referenced my YouTube channel a lot in these podcasts, but I think I should stop because I've only had one like my podcast does better on Spotify than YouTube, so it's like me referencing the YouTube is like me referencing like I don't know, something old and dead, because like most people that watch my podcast listen to it on Spotify, and I get much more listens on Spotify than YouTube. God, I hate my stuffy nose. But I don't know how I got to that. But yeah, like you could completely disagree with me um on like what curly and wavy hair is, because as I said earlier, what a beautiful thing. The beautiful thing about living in America is you have the right to, as people, we have the right to say whatever we want, but as people, we also have the right to prove them wrong, to have our own opinions, and you have to just prove them wrong if we want to. So, by all means, if you want to, try to prove them wrong, but do it from a. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but if you are going to try to prove me wrong, don't do it in like you're wrong. This is what the right thing is. You're like this terrible person, because like it's not that deep. And if my opinion about your hair matters so much to you, then that just shows that you're insecure, and you probably should take a second to just breathe and think about life, because no person that's that insecure should be like uh projecting their insecurities onto other people. That's just not something you should be doing. And yeah, like my hair, like the reason why I went on this whole hair debacle is for what, like, hair's art. Hair isn't something that's uniform, that everybody is not everybody is gonna fit into the hair type chart. I don't fit into there because guess what? I have type 4 hair, but I don't know what my hair type is because the way I style it, it looks like 2C hair. And I don't have 2C hair. I have type 4 hair. Cause, and how I know that is my hair doesn't behave like 2C hair should. It behaves how type 4 hair would. And also, I'm black, and so like the looser the curl texture, the rarer it is to find a black person with that texture, like, have you seen a black person with naturally straight hair before? Probably not, because it's extremely rare, and, uh, yeah, it's possible, but if you have straight hair and you say you're black, I'm gonna want to see your, like, ancestry DNA. Like, I'm not gonna say anything, because, like, you know what you are. I don't know what you are. But I'm allowed to have my own opinion, and so are you. Uh, but yeah, because, like, I don't think I explained why God says hair debacle, but yeah, I was basically in a comment section, and uh, this girl was like, if you have curly hair, you should be able to stick your finger through one curl clump. And I'm like, I probably could if I did all this finger rolling and stuff to get those ringlets, but I have type 4 hair. Type 4 hair doesn't really do that. Like, I guess if you got a bobby pin, you probably could do that if you had, like, natural ringlets. But I have type 4 hair. My type 4, I weigh my hair down with gel, so when I have it down, I can't do that because it looks like 2C hair, not like type 3 hair, which has ringlets. Uh, so, like, also, like, uh, because, like, I feel like it might, like, because you could do a lot to, like, make your hair, like, in so many different ways, because, uh, you can make your hair look so curly and you only have like 1C hair, you could do that. You can make your hair look so straight and you have 4C hair. Maybe not without any heat, but uh or actually if your hair's damaged you could with no heat. But natural undamaged hair with no heat, you probably couldn't, but still my point still stands is that you can make your hair texture look looser or more tighter just by the way you style it. And so the hair type chart really doesn't work if I could get my 4C hair to look like 2C hair. Because by the hair type chart, I have 2C hair. But my mom doesn't have 2C hair. My my grandmother doesn't, my cousin doesn't, like my dad, he has type 1 hair, um but like curly hair is dominant. So if my mom has 4C hair, my dad has type 1 hair, my hair would still be at the type 3, type 4 area. And I know I don't have type 3 hair because I know how type 3 hair behaves because I have friends with type 3 hair. And my hair behaves like type 4 hair. And so it's the difference between the hair types isn't a difference of looks, but rather behavior, which is why I say um, that if you brush it wet in the shower and it looks straight in the shower, and when it dries, it looks poofy, and you go out on the sidewalk, people think you have straight hair. If that's you, then you probably have wavy hair. If you brush it wet in the shower and it just turns big, then you probably have curly hair. And you could disagree with me or not. You could agree with me. It's whatever. I'm not trying to change anyone's opinion. I literally just. And if you get mad at this, it's on you because the whole point of this is for me to talk about controversial stuff and have fun and upset people just for fun. Uh, or the whole point isn't to upset people. It's just like a fun thing that happens as a result of this. because you're not gonna upset anybody by talking about controversial stuff. So, it's just what I expect, just for people to get upset. And, yeah. So, anyways, well, that's this episode. If you enjoyed it, please do the things you need to do to make this do better. And yeah, I'm Allison.